11 students of Ohio State University are hospitalized after an attacker strikes the campus. One of the students is in critical condition. I'll keep you posted with more details.
Good evening, students. We're here at Cal State Fullerton, where some students took the initiative to talk about the student increase, possibly 2017 and 2018. I'll have more in a bit.
Cal State Fullerton students are giving back to the community during the fall break, and Cyber Monday is underway today.
The former Cuban dictator passed away over the weekend. Stay tuned as we have much more straight ahead today on today's edition of OC News.
Hello and welcome to OC News. I'm Karen Vargas.
And I'm Rebecca Vasquez. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
This morning, Ohio State University was under attack as one student plowed through a crowd of pedestrians with his vehicle, then proceeded to stab several more. Authorities have suppressed the situation. Christina Masari has all the details that unfolded earlier today.
And was taken down by police at 10 a.m. this morning at Ohio State campus. We now know that Atan reportedly went on a social media rant hours prior, but no motive has been determined. Here's more on the story.
Tonight, university police naming the suspected attacker as OSU student Abdul Razak Ali Artan. A federal law enforcement official tells CNN he was an 18-year-old Somali citizen who lived in the area. A U.S. official says he was a legal permanent resident. Investigators are still working on determining motive and can't rule out terror at this point.
We have to consider that it is that possibility. We had an attack earlier this year with a man with a knife causing multiple injuries. So we're always aware that that's the potential, and we're going to continue to look at that. That's why our federal partners are here and helping.
Police say the attacker deliberately jumped the curb with a car and rammed into a group of pedestrians. A federal official tells CNN the car used in the attack was registered to a family member.
Around 9:52 a.m., the emergency dispatch center got a report that a vehicle had struck pedestrians.
He then continued to attack, slashing people with a knife.
He exited the vehicle and used a butcher knife to start cutting pedestrians.
Less than a minute later, the attacker was confronted by a police officer.
He engaged the suspect and he eliminated the threat. The suspect is DOA.
Within minutes of the attack, a campus-wide alert went out reporting an active shooter on campus, run, hide, fight. A federal law enforcement official tells CNN the gunshots reported may have been of the police officer shooting the attacker. On campus, students and faculty blocked doorways and hid while waiting for the all clear. At least 10 people were injured in the attack. None of the injuries are believed to be life-threatening.
President-elect Donald Trump commented on the tragedy by thanking first responders for their service and offered his prayers to OSU.
Students went to Chancellor Tim White's office to protest the possible tuition increase for the 2017-2018 school year. Taryn Martinez has more on the story.
Just 2 weeks ago, students here at Cal State Fullerton went to Tim White, the chancellor of the Cal State campuses, to protest against the possible tuition increase in 2017-2018. Here's more. 23 campuses that has been considered for an increase in tuition for the next upcoming year. Officials haven't decided yet, but at the end of January 2017, us students will find out if our tuition is going to increase. The annual tuition for a Cal State student is $5,472. Not only does that include tuition, but it includes other student fees, such as Titan Bowl and Billiards, and even the arcade games. While there are many flags around the school that say Titans reach higher, many students are asking, are we reaching higher for our goals? Are we reaching higher tuition?
We are wholesomely and fully against the tuition increase against both undergrad and graduate students. And we know that it'll affect not only our careers, but our ability to be critical thinkers and take extra classes and maybe even graduate. Even it's supposed to support a graduation initiative, how are we supposed to graduate on time and faster if we're paying more money and we have to work more hours? And that takes time away from our education.
As of right now, we're not sure what's going to happen, but at the end of January 2017, we will find out if our tuition will increase. For OC News, I'm Taryn Martinez. Those two ladies that I just spoke with are members of the SQE club here on campus that took the initiative. And I do have an update for you. We will not find out at the end of January 2017. We will find out at the end of March 2017. Back to you guys in the studio.
Fidel Castro, the former Cuban dictator, passed away last Friday. Eric Resendez has more on his passing and what the future holds for the nation of Cuba.
Thank you, Karen. That's right. The death of Cuba's former president and longtime revolutionary leader, Fidel Castro, has impacted many worldwide. Now, to some people, Fidel Castro was a revolutionary legend or a despised tyrannical dictator. Some mourn the loss while others celebrate. But Fidel Castro died over the weekend at the age of 90, and Castro's brother Raúl announced his death on Cuban TV.
De noviembre del 2016 a las 10:29 horas de la noche falleció el comandante en jefe de la Revolución Cubana, Fidel Castro Ruz.
Fidel Castro came into power in 1959 in a popular revolution overthrowing Cuba's then dictator, Fulgencio Batista. Castro promised his followers democracy and an end to repression. Castro betrayed his promise and made Cuba into his socialist utopia for 47 years. He put Cuba on a collision course with America, especially when he allied himself with the Soviet Union in 1960.
Directed the armed forces.
The U.S. decided to act, first launching a trade embargo, followed by the failed CIA-backed Bay of Pigs invasion and multiple assassination attempts on Castro. In the meantime, Fidel Castro allowed the Soviet Union to secretly build the nuclear missile bases on the island. In 1962, the U.S. discovered the secret bases. It brought the world to the brink of a nuclear war, initiating the Cuban Missile Crisis. Thousands of Cubans fled the country as Castro turned more and more to socialism. The millions that remained on the island became part of a one-party communist state led by himself. Castro imposed the idea that those who didn't like his regime could leave. This divided many families, but others looked at the pros: education and healthcare for all.
What Fidel achieved in the social order of this country has not been achieved by any poor nation and even by many rich countries.
Critics say it came at a terrible price.
The dreams of freedom that they'd given the Cuban people were turned into the nightmare we live today, because we have a totalitarian regime in which all basic liberties have been abolished.
Castro never achieved economic prosperity, and he blamed the U.S. and its embargo, but many blamed him for his outdated socialist model. Castro imprisoned his traitors and exiled them. He became the target of international sentence. Fidel Castro survived over 600 assassination attempts, but his illness forced Castro to retire, and he passed the Cuba presidency to his younger brother, Raúl. As for U.S.-Cuba relations, President-elect Donald Trump has criticized Obama's administration's efforts to reestablish that connection with Cuba, but says it's a very weak agreement. Trump says he's ready to do anything it takes to get a strong agreement, even if that means breaking off the recently resumed diplomatic relation with Cuba. Live in the studio, Eric Resendez, OC News.
Today is Monday, but not just any Monday, it's Cyber Monday. Let's hear what our reporter Robert Cavazos has to say.
And Julian Salas tells us how to take full advantage of today's online deals. Stay tuned as we got you covered right after the break.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Cal State Fullerton helped give back to the local community over the break. We have Natalie Gomez live to tell us more.
Thank you, Karen. It is definitely the season of cheer and giving back. And here at Cal State Fullerton, the Associated Students, Inc. has already taken initiative in leading efforts to raise funds and donations for underprivileged individuals in the community and students. We're actually standing in front of the annual toy drive hosted by ASI that's for underprivileged children in Orange County. Bring an unwrapped toy for a boy or a little girl, and it goes to a child living here in Orange County. Now, the toy drive runs through November 30th, so that gives you 2 days to pick up a toy. If you don't have time, or if you're already thinking of going to the store tomorrow and have no idea what to get a child, let's go over here and see some of the things that have already been dropped off. Here we got a board game, little toy car, and some more board games, something really simple. Now, also tomorrow, the university is calling for a global Giving Back Day, which is November 29th. CSU, Cal State Fullerton, is calling the community to help raise funds for students who are faced with food insecurity and homelessness. According to a report by the CSU's Chancellor's Office, 24% of the 460,000 students that attend the CSU system are faced with food insecurity and homelessness. So that gives you 2 opportunities to give back this holiday season. Now, the link to donate is www.fullerton/project-safe. And this link can also be found on the CSUF homepage. So there you have it. 2 great opportunities to give back this holiday season. We're standing here at the TSU reporting live. Natalie Gomez, back to you guys.
Now let's go over to Shaira, who has the latest on the weather. Will the rain continue?
Thank you. No, it will not be continuing for now. Now, happy Monday, everyone. I know we're just all starting to get a little bit acclimated to after our Thanksgiving long weekend. So let's see, what do we have for the weather in store for us today and for the rest of the evening. Today, as you can see, we have weathers for 62 and then lows for 46. Now, the humidity is going to be at 52, and that's pretty much because we had so much rain throughout the entire past week. Now, let's see if throughout the upcoming week, we're going to have any more rain. Now we're going to take a look at our weekly forecast. Tuesdays, tomorrow, it's going to be sunny again with weathers at 70 and lows between 40 and 44 throughout the week. Now Wednesday, it's going to be sunny once again, but then it will start to get a little cloudy on Thursday, but don't worry yet. It will get sunny again throughout the entire week. And then Saturday will be at 72, so it'll be much warmer on Saturday. Now let's take a look at the forecast for national and see what's in store for the rest of the nation. As you can see, we can see that throughout the East Coast, we have weathers in between the 40s and 47s. Now, all that area there will be some rain. Now, towards Florida, there won't be that much rain, ironically, but it will be warmer with 64s. And in the East Coast, it'll still stay within 50s and 45s. Now, as you can see, all of that green area there, that's going to be rain. The inches will be between 3 to 5 inches. And then towards the northern part of the country, that blue-ish that you see up there, that's going to be snow. So obviously the northern and mostly where the mountain area will be, it's going to be filled with some snow. So that's all that we have for our weather forecast. Back to you ladies here in studio.
Happy Cyber Monday, everyone. Robert Cavascos is here to give us an inside look at what students are saying about Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday is the largest online sales date, not only of Thanksgiving weekend, but the entire year. Earlier today, I had the chance to speak with some Cal State Fullerton students and get their thoughts comparing Black Friday with Cyber Monday. Let's take a look.
No, I don't do Black Friday anymore. Too crazy. I usually get pretty good deals. A couple of clothing brands I usually do like 40% off.
What do you think are the biggest advantages of shopping Cyber Monday?
I mean, you can just, shop in your sweats at home. You don't have to deal with the craziness.
Probably Cyber Monday is just a lot easier. I really like the fact that I don't have to wait in the line and I could just be at home, just get my stuff like that. This is actually the first year I do it. It was a lot easier than Black Friday. I got my stuff like right there and then, so it was pretty sweet. I bought a few games from Steam, so I got like 5 games for under $10. Each of the games were like 70, 80% off, 90% off, ridiculous sales.
The term Cyber Monday was coined back in 2005 when most people didn't have access to high-speed internet. Instead, they had dial-up. They would get to work on Monday following the Thanksgiving weekend and do their shopping for the holidays there online. Nothing beats getting some great deals while you're on the clock, let me tell you. This year, Cyber Monday is projected to be the highest online sales date in history, totaling $3.36 billion. So for those of you that haven't gotten out there, you still have a chance to get some of those great Cyber Monday deals. For OC News, I'm Robert Cavazos.
Well, if Black Friday shopping burned off all your Thanksgiving calories, and Cyber Monday probably burned an extra hole in your wallet. Let's see what online retailers are offering this Monday. Jillian Salas has the story.
That's right. Happy Cyber Monday, everyone. Today in the tech world, we recover from the holidays by doing our shopping online. While some Black Friday deals have lasted through the weekend, other corporations have revamped their deals for Cyber Monday. Mega commerce company Amazon rolled out over 75,000 sales Monday. The online retailer will offer deals on items including toys, electronics, video games, and books. These discounted promos will be offered through the rest of the week. Amazon stated that the most watched deal so far has been the mermaid tail blanket, but electronics usually are the most sought out for. Since Thanksgiving Day, the company has also seen an increase in shoppers using their mobile application. Meanwhile, Macy's took a step back with their shoppers looking for online deals. Online visitors and mobile users alike reported glitches over the weekend. The retailer's website crashed due to the heavy amount of internet traffic. Visitors were kicked off, then given a countdown clock advising they could return to the site. While Macy's mobile users were rejected login access, they were later sent to a page claiming that the site was down for routine maintenance. This comes after the company closed 100 locations this past year. The retail giant was looking to use these spending holidays to direct their shoppers to their online market. Macy's has since been looking into the glitch. And in the social media world, President-elect Donald Trump tweeted his dissent regarding voter recount. He took to Twitter after Green Party nominee Jill Stein's push to start a recount process in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Stein saying that there were discrepancies between paper ballot and electronic ballot voting. Trump's response, a Twitter rampage. He tweeted, quote, "Serious voter fraud in Virginia, New Hampshire, and California. So why isn't the media reporting on this? Serious bias. Big problem," end quote. With the second tweet saying, quote, "In addition to winning the Electoral College in a landslide, I won the popular vote if you deduct the millions of people who voted illegally," end quote. As Trump uses Twitter as a media platform, he has yet to announce where the evidence was found to support these tweets. According to the latest count, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by over 2 million ballots. Her camp has also consented to the voter recount process. Well, whether you're fighting over a mermaid tail blanket or over the presidential election, we hope that you enjoyed your Thanksgiving break. That's it for me. Back to you, Karen and Becky.
Miguel Moya is back on set with you for sports. You don't want to miss it.
The holidays are here, so hopefully everyone has recovered from their Thanksgiving food comas, as there is more in store for the best comfort foods this holiday season.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Did you look? Did you go to the schoolyard? Calm down, please. Where did you look? We can make a plan somehow. If I just.
He's a smart boy, and he's gonna be okay.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no reception. Everything is down.
Try.
I can't.
try already.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
Do you think he's on his way? Please. Is he okay?
Laura.
Please tell me he's okay.
I need you to calm down.
What? It's my baby. This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
The NFL is heating up and the Lakers continue to play. All of this and more in sports with Miguel Moya.
Hi and welcome to This Week in Sports. I'm Miguel Moya and we've got a lot to talk about. Oh yeah, we do, because the Dallas Cowboys are 10-1 and the Oakland Raiders are 8-2, which means the NFL is very much interesting. But we'll only talk about one of those teams, so let's get going. Cam Newton looking to pass, but he's picked off by Khalil Mack for the pick six, and go celebrate with the fans, Mac. You deserve it. All right, start of the third quarter, Derek Carr goes for the snap, gets hurt on the snap. He dislocated his pinky in 2 places, but he would return on the next series. Third quarter, Cam drops back and finds Ted Ginn Jr., one of the fastest names in football, for an 88-yard touchdown score. Where have we seen this before? The Panthers made it to the Super Bowl last year, so they know how to ball. All right, Cam, getting in rhythm, finds Kelvin Benjamin for a 44-yard score. Where have we seen this before? Newton's the reigning NFL MVP, that's where. Fourth quarter, Carr drops back, looks middle, finds Clive Walford for the 12-yard TD score. Throw it up, big fella, because he just tied the ball game. All right, 3rd and 9. Carr looking downfield again for Michael Crabtree, who shakes off defenders and his own helmet for the 49-yard pass. Raiders take the lead with the field goal. Where have we seen this before? Every single win for the Raiders this year. Panthers' last chance, and Cam draws back and does his best mannequin challenge impression as he holds onto the ball long enough for Khalil Mack to get the strip sack to end the game. Where have we seen this before? Last Super Bowl, that's where. Dab on him, Mack. Back to the present time where the Raiders are now 9-2 and have clinched a winning season. Where have we seen this before? Last time that happened was in 2002 when the Raiders finished 11-5 and made the Super Bowl. This year, we'll see. We'll see. Staying in the most competitive division in the NFL, the AFC West, where the 7-3 Chiefs take on the 7-3 Broncos. We'll start in the third quarter as Trevor Siemian eludes the defender Houston and rolls right, looking for Jordan Taylor, who toes the line for a 6-yard touchdown score. 3rd and 1, Chiefs with the ball. Tyreek Hill dashes into the end zone for the 3-yard score. Siemian, oh, he's back at it again. He's back, dropping, finds Emmanuel Sanders for the 35-yard touchdown as he dances it out. Dance it out, you deserve it. Siemian looks downfield and finds Benny Fowler for the 76-yard score. We fast forward to overtime, game tied. To win, Santos kicked the game-winning field goal. Here we go. Keep it going, look at that. Hits it, boinks off the upright, and good. And they are celebrating, at least in Kansas City. But it's a mile of sadness in the Mile High City as the Broncos now fall 2 games back of first and fall out of their wild card spot. To who? The Miami Dolphins, who made this impressive stop yesterday against Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers to seal the win. Okay, pretty impressive, right? Let's reel it back in a bit and head to the Lake Show as the Lakers take on Dwight Howard and the Atlanta Hawks at Staples Center. This next highlight will be a lot like Howard's career in LA, as you won't see very much of him. Second quarter, and Nick Young throws up the 3 and gets the foul. Young with the ball again as Swaggy P gets another Swaggy 3 right there. Okay, third quarter, Lou Williams back in the game from downtown. Let's see. Boom, swish, bang-a-ring, 3. Dance it. Okay, fourth quarter, dancing again. Sweet Lou tosses it up, and the and 1. Fourth quarter, and you guessed it. Mama, there goes that man again. It's Sweet Lou from downtown with the long 3. And the Lakers are all smiles as they are now 9-9 on the season. And you know what? The boys are doing all right compared to last season at least. But this is the kind of basketball that gets the fans going. If you think we're done talking about the NFL, not so fast. Don't forget to tune in to Monday Night Football tonight as the Green Bay Packers take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And now we're done. not just the football, but the entire segment. So let's join Karen and Becky back at the desk.
The holiday season is here, and that can only mean one thing. Tamales are coming. Gustavo Olguin has more on the Tamale Festival that happened this past weekend.
With Thanksgiving food comas finally passing us by, tamale season is upon us. The city of La Habra held its third annual tamale festival that had a variety of street food, desserts, and of course, tamales. However, it wasn't just about the food. It was also a celebration of Hispanic culture.
There's a lot of community members with the heritage there, and I think a lot of people lost that, and a lot of people love sharing the history of tamale making. It's very personal for a lot of people. It's not just a food or a dish that people like to eat. There's a lot of stories behind it, the family traditions, and they just like to share them.
While tamales were the main attraction, folklorico dresses and mariachi bands were showcased from local organizations.
I love that we get to embrace that at the studio and fulfill with all the regions of Mexico that, you know, costume-wise and music-wise, and also to bring in all the people and kind of give them a little bit of what they have back home here. So I think it's an amazing opportunity for us to get to do that here.
Come on up, don't be shy.
There were also competitions to determine the best salsas and tamales. This year's best tamale winner went to 2 tamales and their chorizo con papa y queso tamale, or chorizo with potatoes and cheese in English.
And I can hardly wait to put this on Facebook.
With over 65,000 tamales in attendance, it is safe to say that the city of La Habra started off tamale season the right way. Just be sure to get them while they're hot this winter. This is Gustavo Olguin with OC News.
Trump's plan to change Obamacare led millions to worry about their future of healthcare coverage, and freak thunderstorms in Australia are linked to 6 asthma attack deaths. Here's Dottie Liao with Health News.
Yes, many covered under Obama's Affordable Health Care Act worry about the Trump administration's plans to deconstruct Obamacare. Trump announced intentions to repeal and replace Obama's signature legislation in several tweets. 4.6 million people are insured through Covered California or Medi-Cal, just in California alone. And due to the intricate strategic approach to Obama's health care provisions, patients worry about whether or not medical care or governmental assistance will still be available to them. While experts fear any changes made through the repeal could result in a $20 billion cut in funding, among the controversial plans Trump has proposed are his measures to defund Planned Parenthood, reduce drug costs through drug importation, and permit states to sell health insurance across state lines. Trump also plans to dismantle Medi-Cal and turn it into a state-run grant program. One aspect of Obamacare Trump does want to keep is providing health insurance coverage for patients with pre-existing conditions. Officials with Covered California are urging people to enroll before December 15th, which is the deadline, to receive coverage for January 2017. Those who do not enroll before the deadline may also do so in January and receive coverage starting February. Freak thunderstorms last Monday have been occurring and linked to 6 deaths that are asthma-induced in Melbourne, Australia. 1,900 calls were made to emergency lines, and hundreds of people were rushed to hospitals Monday, citing breathing problems. The asthma attacks are attributed to thunderstorms occurring on high pollen, high humidity days, exacerbated by strong winds, rain, and high temperatures. Fungal spores in the atmosphere also contribute to breathing problems in those suffering from asthma. And dementia rates are at an all-time low, and they've fallen sharply in recent years, according to a health and retirement study funded by the National Institutes of Health. The survey includes 21,000 participants across the U.S., and their data is collected every 2 years, starting from the year 1992. The findings show a 24% drop from 2000 to 2012, which means about 1 million fewer Americans are suffering from dementia across the United States. Scientists believe the decrease could be linked to higher education levels among Americans and better heart health. Okay, back to you guys.
Many Cal State Fullerton students spend their summers in Lake Havasu, Arizona. Havasu is known for their high temps and water sports. But what about the rest of the colder seasons? Reporter Christina Masari is on location at the popular winter destination Desert Bar in Lake Havasu.
When most people think of Havasu, they think summer, boating, wakeboarding, and even margaritas. Our own Cal State Fullerton students gather for SWAT formals and weekenders. But what about the rest of the year that isn't so sunny? Lake Havasu turns into an off-roading paradise. Thousands of people flock each weekend in the winter to visit the hundreds of miles of trail and unique desert pit stops. One popular destination is Desert Bar, also known as Nellie E's Saloon. Regular Havasu vacationer Mike Glandorf looks forward to coming to Desert Bar each winter season with his family.
It's been around since like 1986, and I believe the owner couldn't get an alcohol license on the river, so he decided to open up something in the middle of the desert.
The bar is owned by a man known as Ken and was built on top of the old Nellie E mining camp. The multi-level Desert Bar is a popular winter destination for off-roaders due to their food, 3 saloons, and multiple live music stages. Ken officially made the bar solar-powered in 1997 and created his own solar-powered well. The bar is only accessible to off-road vehicles who are willing to make the trip down a 13-mile dirt road. Desert Bar is open to visitors like Glandorf and his family during the winter months due to cooler temps.
Use the Rhino and just cruise around because it's a little cooler. It's easier to weather the sun.
I'm Christina Masseri for OC News.
This concludes this edition of OC News. Thank you very much for joining us on Monday.
Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media at OC News CSUF. And you can watch all of our reruns on YouTube. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Rebecca Vasquez.
And I'm Karen Vargas. Stay classy, Fullerton.